right, from our Freedom of My Speech But Not Yours file, evangelist Greg Laurie had the audacity to put up this vicious and salacious billboard in Southern California. Well, I know what you're thinking. How dare he put a foreign flag behind him to advertise an event in Anaheim? But that's not it. It's not even the Sinatra-like swagger with the mic in hand. No, it's this that caused an outrage in Southern California. How dare someone hold a Bible in their hand on a billboard? Well, Reverend Laurie had contracted with the Irvine Company to post large billboards promoting the crusade at Fashion Island Mall. However, the Irvine Company said the billboard provoked multiple complaints and a serious threat. So they requested the design be changed. Reverend Laurie provided a new ad without himself and without the Bible. But that wasn't enough. They told him to scrap it, and they refunded his money. Now, perhaps if Reverend Laurie had been holding up this, or even this, or this, then I could understand the decision. But how could a plain book held in hand be considered vulgar or offensive? Yes, there is something rotten in Orange County. Friends, I know we've poked fun at the ludicrous nature of this decision, but it is in truth chilling, and we hope that you will let the Irvine Company and Fashion Island Mall and merchants know that this billboard was not offensive, but their decision was. Well, our second story tonight. When African-American religious leaders met with President Trump recently, the liberal left did not know what to do. So they did what they always do. They mocked, demeaned, and decried the event through the press and social media. Now, my question would be, why ridicule an attempt to make issues and needs known to the president and offer to help gain some solutions? Consider what Reverend John Gray from Relentless Church stated in his opening prayer. Here it was, and I quote, "God, we thank you for an opportunity to speak about the hearts of those who sometimes cannot fight for themselves. Thank you for this moment to be able to share our hearts with the president and his administration," end quote. Now, the Reverend referenced the great Dr. Martin Luther King when he quoted, "We cannot influence a table that we're not seated at." And so we pray that this conversation will be fruitful and productive and honoring of the best traditions of this nation. Now, do you find the words of those prayers or having a discussion among influential leaders and the president somehow wrong or worth criticizing? Well, I certainly don't. My hope is that we will see more meetings like this between divergent groups along with decisions that will make breakthroughs in America for its citizens. Most of all, I hope heaven hears many more prayers from all of us about serving those in need and calling upon our president to take the lead. And finally tonight, from our utterly amazing file, did you catch that? Utterly amazing file. There is a group of cattle near Sanford, Florida, who moonlight as police. I'm not making this up. You see, Sanford police were in pursuit of a stolen car when it crashed. The driver, Jennifer Ann Kaufman, took off into a nearby pasture, hoping to escape and enjoy the dairy air. It doesn't get worse. It has to get better from there. But little did she know that bovine justice awaited her in the night. The Seminole County Sheriff's helicopter assisting the police saw 20 cows chasing Kaufman back and forth across the field. The cattle eventually wore the carjacker down, so she crawled through a fence and surrendered to the Sanford police. In the social media post, the Sheriff's Department thanked the cow cops, saying, "Our herd of cattle provided law enforcement a big assist, repeatedly following and helping corral one who strayed onto their turf." And when asked about the successful apprehension, one of the cows allegedly said, "Please remind Jennifer that crime doesn't pay, but cream always does." I think we've milked this segment enough. It's time to move on, and so we shall. And once again, we have saved you much time and agony because we read the news so you don't have to.